Hi everyone, so for today's video I wanted to do my first ever favourites video for February. It's been quite a busy month in terms of purchases. I was lucky enough to go to Beauty Chat Live with Viviana Does Makeup and Lily Pebbles earlier on this month, and I really enjoyed it and bought quite a few things there. And I also attended the CEW demonstration evening. For those of you who don't know, it's almost like the Oscars of the beauty industry. So around February time everyone kind of demonstrates their products. And you can see lots and lots of new stuff and really exciting things that are all happening across all different types of the beauty industry, from makeup to skincare, hair, body, the whole works. So that was really exciting, and I got to see lots of things and take a few things back to try. So I've got a couple of those and some other bits that I've purchased throughout the month as well. So yeah, lots to get through, so let's get started. So the first one I wanted to speak to you guys about is this from Charlotte Tilbury, and it's their Eye Cheat as part of their Rock and Coal collection. Super stuff, really impressed. I've been wanting to try this for so long, and I've just kind of been putting it off just because I felt it's always been a nice to have product, and I've kind of never really, I've always been distracted by more kind of like fabulous, exciting, bright colours from new collections and that sort of thing when it comes to eyeliners. But this is just such a staple now. I've been using it every day, and it just really helps to open up and brighten the eyes. So you just use it to line the lower waterline, and it just really works to not only make your eyes look wider and brighter, but it also makes, if you're lining the lower lash line and packing on the mascara, it will just really work to define it and everything, make everything look a little bit more neat, rather than I think if you don't line that waterline, which I tend to not do unless it's with this, just because I find if I use darker eyeliners along the waterline, it really closes up my eyes and they look quite small. So this has been really good just to kind of like even out the area between the eye and the lash line and just make everything look a bit more neat and open and bright. So yeah, this has been really good and I've been really enjoying using it. Next up for lips, I've got one of the Rouge Edition Velvets, and this is Happy Nude Year. I've been a fan of these ever since they launched last year. I just think they're absolutely fab. The formulas are so long lasting, and they've really, I think when these came out, it was the turning point for me between going like glossy to really matte, and this is really when I started to fall in love with matte formulas, because the ones that I was trying before, the Matte Ruby Woos and that kind of thing, I just found them really quite drying, and they were just, I get quite dry lips anyway, and they just found they were just too dry for me. But this managed to maintain a little bit of kind of moisture within your lips whilst having that seriously long lasting power that you'd expect of a matte finish. I've always, as I said, had the kind of brighter shades, so I think I had Hot Pepper and one of the red ones, I can't remember, but I'll link them down below because they're both equally amazing. But this was my first real venture into the more nude side of the spectrum, and this is just a really lovely kind of almost peachy nude, which I just thought was going to be really nice for spring. It's what I've got on my lips today, and yeah, I just think they're really nice for an everyday pick-me-up. Don't need to worry too much about reapplying through the day, and yeah, really good stuff. Enjoying wearing these. So the next two I wanted to talk to you about, I actually got a mention in my spring makeup tutorial video, which went live earlier this week, so I'll link that up below if you want to check it out. But this was the first one, and it's the NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation, not Luminous Silk like I said in the last video. I think I got a bit confused because I've also just bought Armani's Luminous Silk Foundation, which I'm loving, but this is like next level stuff. I don't think I found a foundation I agree with quite as much as I do with this. It's one of those kind of water powder mixtures, so you do need to kind of shake it all about before you use it, and it does go on very fluid, but I could not believe how little product I needed for the amount of coverage that this product delivers. I was so impressed. And it just lasts so well. I think I've had a little bit of a foundation crisis where I always thought, oh, I really want like dewy, radiant finish, and this isn't quite that. It's more like a kind of luminous matte, but kind of velvet matte sheen, and I'm just really loving it, which is, I never thought I'd hear myself say, because I always thought I was a kind of radiant, dewy girl, but I've just been loving this, and especially as I've got quite oily skin, this just really works to kind of help everything stay in place all day. And the colour matches a dream. I wear Mont Blanc, which is light number 2, which is one shade lighter than I was in Sheer Glow, which is quite interesting. But yeah, I've been absolutely loving this, been wearing this every day. And I just think it's a really great launch, especially for girls with more oily combination skin that really like Sheer Glow but find it kind of tends to slip off the face a bit. And I also found with Sheer Glow, it was quite difficult to blend, rather than this is just an absolute dream to blend, just all over the face, bish bash bosh, really nice. Next up comes from Benefit, and it's their Roller Lash Mascara, and I'm just absolutely loving this. I'm always so pessimistic about Benefit launches just because I think they've got so much hype behind them, and how can any of their products truly like deliver against all this hype? And to be honest, like a lot of them haven't. They didn't get on with their real liner. Some of their other products in their range just have not particularly agreed with me, but this is right up my street. It's really super lengthening, holds a curl, natural, but your lashes lengthened to the max in a bottle. It's just awesome, awesome stuff. It doesn't really deliver in terms of volume, so if that's what you're looking for, yeah, I'd probably stick to their Real if you're a fan of that. It's got a similar kind of brush, so it's that kind of plasticky brush rather than a bristle, which I prefer anyway. But this is just a really, really natural lengthening mascara, which I like to use every day. I find it quite similar to Shoot Umra's mascara if you've tried that, but more lengthening, and I do think it holds a curl better as well. So this is just great, and this is just a sample size, but I'm going to have to head to Boots this week and give it a try, because I think it's inspired by hair rollers, and they've got this really cool kind of packaging. So yeah, I really like the packaging as well, and yeah, I'm going to have to splurge on that full size this week, I think. But yeah, glad I got to give it a try with the sample. On to hair care, and this is one I actually picked up at Beauty Chat Live as part of my goodie bag, and it's the Colour Wow 1 Minute Transformation Styling Cream. This is just awesome stuff. I really, really am enjoying using this. There's for kind of day 2, day 3 hair that's getting a little bit frizzy, a little bit dry. This just helps to kind of tame away flyaways and keep everything a little bit more slick without really weighting down the hair and making your hair look greasy, because I don't need that on day 2 and day 3. It's already looking a bit on the greasy side already. So this I just kind of tame into the kind of the lower third of my hair, because my hair's quite long, and just kind of bounce it all in, and it just helps to kind of regain that life, give it a little bit more kind of volume, a little bit more slick, and just keep everything in place, which I'm really loving. I haven't really used the styling cream before. I've just stuck to my kind of Orbay Dry Texturizing Spray. Really like the Bumble and Bumble Thickening Spray for when I've just washed my hair, but I haven't really ventured into this kind of styling cream kind of area. So I think I might look about which other products are on the market and which might agree with me, because this has just been a really, really worthwhile product to be using, and I've just been loving it. A really quick note on fragrance, so this is the My Burberry fragrance, which I actually picked up late last year, but I haven't really been using it that much, just because I do think this is more of a spring summer fragrance. But as soon as I smelt it, I was just like, oh my god, this is right up my street. Love, love the scent. I was lucky enough to pick this up just before Christmas, and I'm not sure if this is a limited edition gifting thing that they were doing with Burberry, but you can get your names actually initialed on the bottom. So I got AIC for Adrienne Iola Coles. For those of you that don't know, Iola is actually my middle name, so that's why I named the blog it. And I just think this is such a special perfume bottle. I just really love the fragrance. I just think it looks beautiful on my dressing table. It's kind of like a very green, fresh, light fragrance, not too floral, but it's still got a couple of notes in there. Really, really loving this, and yeah, just really easy to wear for daytime. Also in the fragrance department, but more down the kind of sleep remedy side of the spectrum, I picked up this from This Works, and it's their Sleep Plus Deep Pillow Spray. What an awesome product this is. I've had my eye on this a while, so I was really, really excited to pick this up. It's just a really nice, you spray it on your pillow if you don't know that already, and it just helps to kind of send you off to sleep and make sure that that's a deep sleep and you're getting those kind of deep levels of sleep during the night. I know it's got lavender in it, but it's not lavender as you know it. It's very kind of earthy, not too sweet scenting, because if you have too much lavender, that can actually be kind of a stimulant and stop you from sleeping, which I didn't know, and I used to just dot lavender oil all over my sheets, which was probably doing more harm than good. But this just sends you off to sleep like an absolute baby. It's just awesome, awesome stuff. So I've been using that every day for the last couple of weeks, but it's just really awesome. And yeah, I know I'm going to be recommending this to a couple of my friends. I've already recommended it to my mum, who sometimes struggles with sleep, so yeah, really impressed. Finally, a quick note on body care, and this is from Spa, and it's their Optimal Body Tri Serum. Now this is a kind of body oil, but not as you know it. It's quite similar to this, which I also absolutely love, which is the Sanctuary 4-Day Moisture Oil Body Spray. Love this, but this is like this one on steroids. It is just seriously awesome stuff. I'm quite lazy when it comes to body care. I do tend to skip a couple of days and not really have the best routine in place, which is definitely something I'm working on, but I just get so lazy and I do completely prioritise my facial skincare and definitely forget about body. This is just a really light, dry oil that you literally spray on. It's got a spray cap and you just spray on and it literally goes straight into the skin. You moisture and then it's basically just in. It's really, really clever stuff. I love the formula. Rich in loads of omega oils and just really, really good nutrients for your skin, and really packs in the moisturiser and locks it in too. So this is really awesome, and I've just been wearing this at night. I've been trying to apply it every night, but it's so moisturising that I also feel it's okay if I do skip a couple of days, which is great for me because sometimes sleep just takes priority. And that is it from me. Thank you so much for watching. I think these favourite videos are definitely going to become a regular thing down this little YouTube neck of the woods. I've really, really enjoyed filming this, and it's really nice to kind of reflect on what products you've been loving during the month and what's really been a standout in terms of new launches. Let me know what your favourite products are in the comments below, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Thanks so much for watching again. I'll see you soon. Bye!